Two countries share a peninsula, but picking the wrong region could cost thousands and years of regret. Spain and Portugal sit side by side on the Iberian Peninsula, yet the lifestyle, climate, cost of living, and investment potential shift dramatically depending on which region becomes home. One area might offer beachfront villas under $300,000, while another charges double for a cramped apartment. One region hands out tax incentives to newcomers, while its neighbor taxes them into oblivion. The differences are staggering, and most people overlook them entirely. This breakdown covers 8 of the most compelling regions across both countries for living, retiring, and investing in 2026. 4 in Portugal, 4 in Spain, each one analyzed for lifestyle, costs, property potential, healthcare, climate, expat friendliness, and the one hidden catch that nobody talks about until it is too late. Starting with the Algarve in southern Portugal. When people dream about retiring to Portugal, this is the place that usually fills their imagination first. Golden limestone cliffs, turquoise water, and over 300 days of sunshine a year. The Algarve stretches along the entire southern coastline and has become one of the most popular expat destinations anywhere in Europe. Around 18% of the population here consists of foreign nationals, which tells the story clearly. People come and they stay. The lifestyle revolves around outdoor living. Golf courses are everywhere. Beaches range from wide sandy stretches to hidden coves tucked between rock formations. Towns like Lagos offer a blend of historic Portuguese character and modern amenities. Faro, the regional capital, has an international airport with direct connections across Europe, making arrival straightforward. By the way, for anyone planning a scouting trip, grabbing an eSIM from a provider like Saili before landing means staying connected from the moment the plane touches down without hunting for a local SIM card. For retirees, the appeal is obvious. Warm winters, an established English-speaking community, excellent seafood, and a pace of life that encourages long lunches and evening strolls. Healthcare facilities are solid in the larger towns, and private health insurance remains affordable by Western European standards. Property investment here is active. Inland villas with 2 or 3 bedrooms can still be found under $300,000. Coastal properties with ocean views climb significantly higher. The rental market stays strong thanks to consistent tourism demand. Monthly living costs for a couple land comfortably between $2,500 and $3,500, covering rent, groceries, transport, utilities, and some dining out. The hidden catch? Seasonal price swings. During peak summer months, costs for dining, services, and short-term accommodation spike noticeably. And in some of the more touristic towns, the authentic Portuguese village feel has been diluted by heavy international development. Those seeking a quieter, more traditional experience will need to look inland. Now moving to a place that feels like a completely different world, even though it belongs to the same country. Madeira sits roughly 1,000 kilometers off the mainland in the Atlantic Ocean, and it is genuinely one of the most visually stunning places in all of Europe. The climate is subtropical, staying mild year-round with temperatures hovering between the mid-50s in winter and the mid-70s in summer. People often describe it as eternal spring, and that description is remarkably accurate. Funchal, the capital, is the hub of island life. It is the 6th largest city in Portugal, well connected with daily flights from major European cities and increasingly from North America. The infrastructure is surprisingly modern for a remote island, with reliable internet making it a growing favorite among digital nomads and remote workers. Here's where it gets really interesting. Madeira operates under a tax incentive program that grants benefits to expats earning foreign-sourced income, including pensions and investment returns, for up to 10 years. That alone has turned the island into a magnet for financially savvy retirees and location-independent professionals. Property options range from oceanfront apartments in Funchal to rustic homes in the mountainous interior, all at prices that undercut comparable locations on the mainland. Living costs can run slightly higher than rural Portugal due to the island factor, but for long-term residents who settle in permanently, expenses become manageable. The downside? It is an island. That sounds obvious, but the reality of island life means limited variety in shopping, entertainment, and dining compared to a mainland city. Some people find the isolation charming at first, but confining after a year or two. Medical care covers the basics well, but serious or specialized procedures may require a flight to Lisbon. Speaking of Lisbon, that brings the journey to the 3rd region on this list, and it is a big one. Lisbon and the Tagus Valley represent the economic, cultural, and administrative heart of Portugal. Everything flows through this region. The capital itself has undergone a remarkable transformation over the past decade. attracting global investment and earning a reputation as one of the most livable cities in Europe. Beyond Lisbon proper, the surrounding area offers exceptional variety. Cascais provides a coastal, upscale lifestyle just 30 minutes from the city center. Sintra delivers fairy tale palaces and forested hills. Setúbal, south of the Tagus River, offers a grittier, more authentic Portuguese experience at significantly lower prices. Healthcare infrastructure here is the best in the country. Multiple public and private hospitals serve the region, and English-speaking medical professionals are widely available. For retirees with ongoing health needs, this is a critical advantage. The challenge? Property prices. Average home prices in central Lisbon can easily exceed $600,000. Rents have climbed steadily, and while neighborhoods further from the center or across the river remain more affordable, the days of Lisbon being a bargain are over. Monthly living expenses for a comfortable lifestyle in the broader region run around $2,800, though that number stretches much further if settling in the outskirts or in Setúbal. The investment potential remains strong, driven by consistent demand from both international buyers and the growing local professional class. But entry prices are high, and rental yield margins have compressed compared to 5 years ago. Now heading north, to a region that many argue offers the best overall value in Portugal right now. Porto and the surrounding northern region are home to over 3.5 million people, making it the most populated part of the country. The city of Porto itself is a UNESCO World Heritage treasure, famous for its port wine cellars, tiled facades, dramatic river views, and a food scene that rivals anything in southern Europe. Smaller cities like Braga offer a university town energy with historic charm. Viana do Castelo provides a quieter coastal alternative. The pace of life here is slower than Lisbon, noticeably so. Northern Portugal retains a stronger connection to tradition, local markets, family-run restaurants, and community events that define the weekly rhythm. Cost of living in Porto is lower than Lisbon, though it has been climbing. Accommodation prices vary widely between the city center and surrounding municipalities. The interior of the north is significantly more affordable, but Portuguese language skills become more important as English proficiency drops outside the main urban areas. For investors, Porto offers a strong combination of tourism-driven rental demand and comparatively lower entry prices than Lisbon. Properties in the Douro Valley are particularly appealing for those interested in wine tourism or boutique hospitality ventures. The downside? Winters are cooler and rainier than southern Portugal. Anyone expecting year-round sunshine will be disappointed from November through March. And while healthcare is good in the Porto metro area, rural parts of the north have fewer facilities and longer wait times. Would you actually move to any of these Portuguese regions? Think about it, because the Spanish side of this list changes the calculus entirely. And now the entire feel of this list changes. Crossing the border into Spain, the first stop is Andalusia, and it is easy to see why this region dominates the imagination when people think about Spanish life. Andalusia is the second largest region in Spain, and arguably the most culturally iconic. Flamenco, whitewashed hilltop villages, Moorish architecture, Mediterranean beaches, and Sierra Nevada mountain trails. The Costa del Sol, anchored by Malaga, has been drawing international residents for decades and shows no signs of slowing down. Malaga has transformed from a package holiday gateway into a genuine cultural city with museums, a growing tech sector, and a booming gastronomy scene. Expat communities are well established here, particularly British, Scandinavian, and increasingly American retirees and remote workers. Towns like Nerja, Marbella, and the inland gems of Ronda and Granada offer very different flavors of Andalusian life. Healthcare across the region is strong, with modern hospitals in all major cities and a robust public system accessible to legal residents. Monthly living costs can sit comfortably around $2,000 in many parts of the region, making it one of the most affordable places in Western Europe for the quality of life delivered. Property remains a strong value play compared to Northern Europe, though prices in Malaga city center and prime coastal zones have risen sharply. The catch? Summers are brutal. Inland cities like Seville and Cordoba regularly hit temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius from July through August. For heat-sensitive retirees, this is not a minor inconvenience. It reshapes daily life for 2 to 3 months of the year. Next up, a region that might be the most underrated destination on this entire list. The Valencian community sits along Spain's eastern Mediterranean coast and includes the cities of Valencia, Alicante, and smaller coastal towns like Denia. Valencia is Spain's third largest city, yet it costs significantly less than Barcelona or Madrid. That gap in pricing, combined with the quality of what is on offer, is what makes this region so compelling in 2026. Valencia City is famous for its futuristic City of Arts and Sciences complex, its bike-friendly infrastructure, beach access within the city limits, and a food culture that gave the world paella. The lifestyle here feels modern and health-conscious, with wide cycling lanes, urban parks, and a Mediterranean diet built around fresh local produce. Alicante and the surrounding Costa Blanca attract a massive international community, particularly retirees from Northern Europe. Denia offers a quieter, more upscale coastal experience. Living costs are notably lower than Barcelona. A comfortable monthly budget in the interior or smaller coastal towns sits around $2,000. Even Valencia City remains well below what comparable living would cost in Catalonia. The property market offers strong value for coastal Mediterranean real estate. Apartments in Alicante, townhouses in Denia, and city flats in Valencia all remain accessible compared to other major Spanish metro areas. Expat infrastructure is excellent. English is widely spoken in the coastal zones. Healthcare facilities are modern, and international schools serve families relocating with children. The downside? Summer tourism crowds along the coast can be intense, and the influx of seasonal visitors pushes up prices for dining and services during peak months. Also, Valenciano is spoken alongside Spanish in some areas, which adds another linguistic layer for newcomers to navigate. Now to a region that sits over 1,000 kilometers from mainland Spain, but might offer the best climate deal on the planet. The Canary Islands are an autonomous Spanish archipelago located off the northwest coast of Africa. Tenerife and Gran Canaria are the two most populated and developed islands, and they deliver something almost no other European destination can match. Year-round mild temperatures. The locals call it eternal spring, and the data backs it up. Average highs sit in the low to mid-70s Fahrenheit throughout the year, with minimal seasonal variation. Tenerife is the most popular island for expats. Many purchase seaside apartments and settle permanently. Gran Canaria offers a slightly different vibe with dramatic desert landscapes, vibrant nightlife in Las Palmas, and a strong digital nomad scene. Getting there is easy with daily flights from across Europe. When comparing fares, platforms like Kiwi can be useful for finding competitive routes to the islands, especially during off-peak seasons. Here is an important detail. The Canary Islands operate under a special tax zone that offers benefits to residents who invest in local real estate or business ventures. Combined with the climate, the relatively affordable cost of living by European standards, and the established expat community, the retirement appeal is obvious. Healthcare on the main islands is strong, with modern hospitals on both Tenerife and Gran Canaria. Smaller islands have more limited facilities. A monthly budget of around $2,000 to $2,200 provides a comfortable lifestyle. Property ranges from affordable apartments in smaller towns to pricier developments near resort areas. The catch? It is still an island. Supplies cost more because most goods are imported. The social scene can feel small after a while, particularly on the less populated islands. And while the climate is mild, it also means less seasonal variety, which some people find monotonous over time. The final region on this list is one of the most recognizable names in European living, and it comes with serious investment potential. Catalonia occupies the northeastern corner of Spain, bordered by France to the north and the Mediterranean to the east. Its capital, Barcelona, needs almost no introduction. It is one of the most visited cities on Earth, a global center for design, architecture, cuisine, and nightlife. But Catalonia extends far beyond Barcelona. Girona, about an hour north, offers medieval charm, a renowned food scene anchored by some of the world's top restaurants, and access to the rugged beauty of the Costa Brava coastline. Barcelona itself provides an intensely international lifestyle. Expats from every continent live and work here, and the city's infrastructure supports that diversity with excellent public transport, world-class healthcare, international schools, and a thriving startup ecosystem. For property investors, Catalonia offers strong long-term appreciation potential, particularly in Barcelona and coastal towns along the Costa Brava. Options range from sleek urban apartments to rustic farmhouses in the Emporta countryside. Monthly living costs in Barcelona for a single person run under $2,700, though that number drops significantly in Girona or smaller Catalan towns. The Catalan language is widely spoken alongside Spanish, giving the region a distinct cultural identity that sets it apart from the rest of the country. This is generally seen as enriching, though it can create an additional adjustment for newcomers expecting a purely Spanish-speaking environment. The downside? Barcelona is expensive by Spanish standards, and tourism pressure has led to rising rents and occasional tension between locals and the visitor economy. Some neighborhoods feel more like tourist zones than residential areas, and finding an authentic, affordable neighborhood requires research and patience. Which region surprised the most? Some of these destinations offer a lifestyle that costs half of what people pay in major North American or Northern European cities, with arguably better weather, food, and daily quality of life. For anyone seriously considering a move or an extended stay in any of these regions, platforms like Expedia can be helpful for booking initial accommodation while scouting neighborhoods and getting a feel for daily life before committing to anything long-term. Both Spain and Portugal continue to attract record numbers of international residents, and the combination of visa options, including digital nomad visas and retirement pathways, makes 2026 an especially compelling moment to explore these opportunities. The key takeaway is this: the Iberian Peninsula is not one experience. It is dozens of very different experiences depending on which region fits the priorities, budget, and lifestyle vision of the person making the move. Pick the wrong region, and the dream fades fast. Pick the right one, and daily life changes completely. If this breakdown was useful, subscribe to Horizon Society for more deep dives into the best places to live, retire, and invest around the world. More regions, more countries, and more strategies are coming soon.